I'm going to show you an idea that I stole from one of Grayson's teachers. This is called My Body Book. And this incorporated 3 different things. One was health education, and this was when she was in 2nd grade. Second, it gave them a little bit of arts and crafts. Third, it was a little bit of language, okay? And apparently they probably had a prompt on the board that they had to write these things. So this was just one of those freezer bags, and they stapled them together. You know, they had several pages. So they had a little prompt that says My Body Book by Grayson, so they got to draw whatever they wanted to. So this was Grayson in 2nd grade. Next, it was My Skin. And so they had a little headline, My Skin, and here was the little sentence. My skin is made of many cells. It protects me from everything, or protects everything inside of me. And what they did was just take a little fabric and cut it out, whether in a boy shape or a girl shape. Oh, wait, that's muscles. My muscles, I have many muscles in my body, and I don't know where, oh, I didn't get that picture, but there was like a picture of an arm with a muscle, okay? I just put the wrong picture in there. Here is my skeleton, the sentence for that they needed to know. There are 206 bones in my body. Without them, I would flop around like spaghetti. All they used was like pipe cleaners to do that. At 2nd grade, that's all you need to know is that there's 206 bones in the body. And you're like, I didn't know that. But then again, it's interactive, right? We're putting that together. We're writing the sentence down. And we're using 3 pipe cleaners to be able to do that. My lungs. The wind travels down my windpipe, or the windpipe to my lungs. I breathe in oxygen and breathe out carbon dioxide. Perfect. All you've got is 2 packing peanuts and a little coffee straw to represent that on a little paper cutout. All right. Next is the heart chamber. My heart has 4 chambers. It pumps blood all around my body. 2nd grade, that's all you need to know. You don't need to know it's an aorta and, you know, all that. But it's a balloon filled with flour, okay? A pink or red balloon, okay? And that's really sweet. And the only reason I know it's flour because it just busted on me. After all these years, it finally busted. Now, here's the stomach. And they had a picture of the stomach, and they had a little prompt. My favorite food in my stomach is, and Grayson, this is so sweet, is strawberries. S-T-R-O-B-E-R-E-S, okay? But I thought that was cute because they did that. But what's really interesting was they put the yarn down here, and, you know, the teacher had to measure out 24 feet with them, okay? How many of us knew that's how much intestines we had in us? We knew we had a lot. But until you actually physically do it, and then you put it into a baggie, and it's like, okay, it's just like the bones. I know I got 206 bones in my body, and now I've got 24 feet of guts. Didn't know that, did you? It's always a good day when you learn something new, all right? So then we did like brain. The spinal cord was a pipe cleaner and some rice for the brain cells. And then Coach Chase, can you believe that she was that little? And you know, now she's like this tall. I think she's beautiful, but anyway. But this is a bag that was cut out that had all like the intestines and guts and heart and lungs pasted on there. But this was just a neat way to bring a history lesson. Now, did they do it in one day? I don't think so. It probably took them a week or so to do that. But that's just a neat way to do that. If you want this, I'll send it to you. Just email me. Because I don't think I've got it on my Pinterest page, this part. So, all right. Questions? Let me kind of go through a couple of things with you real quick. Cereal boxes. If you don't know about cereal boxes, awesome piece of PE equipment. Put them down because every box has a wax surface on the front, okay? And you skate around, tile floor, carpet floor, whatever it might be. But you're saying, okay, that's fine if you're in the gym. No, these are for classrooms, okay? Mostly in classrooms. So now we've got hurdles. Boom, we go hurdles. Or if we got students in a wheelchair, we just got an obstacle course for them, right? And then what we can do in PE class or in the general ed classroom, we can work with the teacher and say, okay, what sight words are y'all working on? We're working on knee, we're working on C and all this other stuff. Okay, great. So you're doing all these activities, you got the music going, music stops. You say, get a partner. So Sonny and I grab each other, we're partners, and we turn over one box top. And I say, find me a sight word. And we both look, and I raise my hand, okay? And I say, what is it? It says, is. Great. What's the first letter of that? I. So now we're integrating language arts into it. And sometimes on these things, you have little secondary type things where here's some sign language right here. So the kids are learning a little secondary, oh, there's some sign language there. And so you can also then incorporate the mathematics, talking about percentages with the body, with the box panels right there. And what else? Since we're on the theme of nutrition, just take a regular paper plate. If your kids want to know how much they need to eat, you know, it's the pyramid's changed to the plate. And so we got 40% fruit, 30% starch, and 20% protein. All right? So that's a new way of doing that. Now, what they say, just normal pile high, not like this, but like this would be plenty. So that's an easier way for our students to know. If we teach them how to do that, like I have another game we don't have time to play called Balance Your Nutrition. Talks about the energy systems, fats, proteins, carbohydrates. You know, kids play it actively like you didn't know there was 24 feet of intestines in yourself. By actively participating in that, you remember it better. Okay, now, again, if you have a budget like Seminole, you can buy foxtails for everyone because these are about $15 a piece, right? And these are great. You take them out, you throw them up, and you catch them by the tail, all right? And they're loads of fun. They can toss them across the schoolyard, but we don't have that kind of budget, okay? So what we do is you take a clean sock. You always tell your kids, clean sock. Put a tennis ball in the end of it. Tie a knot, because if you don't, they'll pull the ball out every time. And you got the same thing, okay? Boom. And it's a foxtail. And if they get wrapped up in the rafter, and I'm like, whatever, you know, you're not out any big money. And if you don't have enough of these socks, you just send out an email to all your faculty, and they'll send you a box full. You know, people go, oh, we're spring cleaning. I got socks for my husband. But I always tell my kids they're clean socks because they'll go, oh, a sock, okay? And now, Coach Reagan said this. She uses like 3 or 4 bags crumped in to a regular bag. And, I got my hand hooked on it. But she can do the same thing. And this may be a safer version for your inside the classroom. I like that. I'm stealing that idea. And so that's just nice to do that. So those are foxtails that you can use. If you want to work on your fine motor skills for your kids, you can use the shampoo bottles, but you can get some marbles and a little cream cheese. Cut an X in the top, and you put one marble up and push it through, and it works their fine motor skills of manipulating a marble and pushing that in, strengthening their fingertips. So that's a good idea right there. Another arts and crafts thing is rockets. If you get with your teacher, or your teacher says, you know, we're studying the solar system and stuff like that, say, hey, I got a great idea where they can utilize it in PE. And they come up with, take the pipe insulation right here, cut it in 1-foot lengths, get some duct tape, tape the bottom and the top just to strengthen it. I cut out some fins, put it in here, make another loop, tape around it. I make another loop of duct tape. Then I take a regular rubber band, hold the back of it, and shoot it, and it flies. And you get them out on the blacktop or out in the field, and they're shooting those things. And again, it ties into what they're learning about the solar system. Hey, I'm shooting this thing to Mars. I'm shooting this thing to, Saturn, whatever it might be. So they're understanding how to do things. But you're also creating kind of a piece for arts and crafts. All right. Books I've told you a little bit about. There's 2, let me just kind of plug Tayford, we got a few resources that come out of there, and these are about $20 a piece. Here's the best practices in adapted PE. We're into the second, maybe even the third edition now. And this has been out for about 15 or more years. But it gives you examples of IEPs. It gives you a bunch of resources to be able to find products and also services for your students. And also what a job description is if you're the lead adapted PE teacher or coordinator for your area and you want to know. Also, we've got one, and this is for students with low incidence. We used to call it severe, and we haven't updated that yet. We've also got one for autism that just came out a couple of years ago. All right. So those are all really good resources that you can find at Tayford, and they're about $20 a piece. All right. Questions?
How did you make that rocket again?
I got out of pipe insulation, cut a foot off, and you can look at it. Put duct tape on the front and the back, and put a piece of rubber band on there, and launched it. Yeah.
You guys would love that.
Yeah. Okay. Questions? Hey, you guys have done a great job. Thank you very much. Give yourselves a hand, man. Y'all did well. All right.